Well, a Brantley County family already forced to evacuate by recent wildfires now facing even more heartbreak. WSV's Genevieve Lum spoke with family members who say someone broke into their car and stole the personal items they were trying to save.
Behind me is one home destroyed from the Brantley County wildfires. And while the family was coming through here to pick up the pieces left, they found this book open directly on grief. And while they are facing grief right now, they stay positive, hoping to make it through.
You know, the computer can be replaced, the gun can be replaced, the hard drives, but the pictures on those are my kids, their whole lives, and there's no replacing it.
Burned debris, melted metal, and memories scattered across what used to be home. Nicole Wilcox says her daughter, Cheyenne Strickland, lost her home in the Brantley County wildfires after evacuating with her children. As flames moved closer to the family home, they packed Nicole's van with the things that they treasured most. But while the van sat broken down near Highway 82 and 99, someone broke in.
Tragedy just struck. It's just not, there's no, words can't even explain it.
Nicole says the thieves stole a black chest filled with irreplaceable family keepsakes.
Heartache because it was loaded down with things that I had packed to evacuate with when we needed to evacuate, and pictures of my mama. Yesterday made 8 years since she passed away.
Even groceries meant to help her daughter and grandchildren after losing their home were taken. Despite the loss, Nicole says the focus for her family remains on safety and being together.
That was the first thing I told her is when I hugged her that day, when I got to her finally after we found out the house burned. I told her, I said, the babies are safe, you're safe, your husband's safe, we're all safe, and that's all that matters.
Nicole later posted an emotional plea online asking whoever took the items to return them. No questions asked. She says deputies have processed the van for fingerprints, but the last several weeks have taken a heavy emotional and financial toll.
I have those memories, and my children have those memories, and I've always told them that you make a memory every day. That way, the only person that can take that from you is God.
And as the family begins to rebuild after the wildfires, they say they're holding on to one hope, that the memories they tried to save will find their way home.
And you always have them for the rest of your life, and this is just the instance of can't physically look at them and we can't physically see them, but we've got them.
Even with so much loss, the family is holding on to hope that someone will return their irreplaceable personal items back to them. Reporting here in Waynesville, Genevieve Lund, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Back here in Savannah, an investigation now underway after a body was pulled from the Savannah River. The Chatham County Police Department says the remains were discovered Monday afternoon. Investigators tell us the man has not been identified. An autopsy will need to be conducted to determine the cause of death. Of course, we'll keep you updated as soon as we learn more. And some big news on efforts to stop a plan to dump millions of gallons of treated wastewater into the Laurel View River. We've just learned from the Liberty County Development Authority they're considering other dumping sites. WSC's Nakia Harris details.
Could treated wastewater change the future of Liberty County's waterways? That's a question dividing residents and county leaders. County leaders say the plan is needed to meet growing demand in the eastern part of Liberty County. At full build-out, the facility could treat up to 3 million gallons of wastewater per day over the next 20 to 30 years, with the treated water discharged into the Laurel View River. Leaders say advanced technology would treat the wastewater to near drinking water quality. Residents and environmental advocates say they are concerned about what that discharge could mean for nearby marshes and the coastal ecosystem.
The environment is it. If we mess up the water, that's it. In the grand scheme of things, we will have development. We're in a sparsely developed area, and people are coming here. How we get that done will tell what we're about.
The Liberty County Development Authority says they have been considering other options for where treated wastewater could be discharged, including the North Newport River area, something some petitioners say they support. We'll have more information on News 3 at 6. Nakia Harris, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Well, WSAV is your local election headquarters, and we are closely monitoring the progress of a bill that would redraw the election maps in South Carolina. Now, it passed the State House yesterday morning, has already advanced through the Senate Judiciary Committee. Now, the redrawn maps would carve up the area that currently makes up District 6, which is held by U.S. Representative James Clyburn, which is South Carolina's only Democrat. The redistricting comes after a Supreme Court decision weakening the Voting Rights Act. Now, the primary election in Georgia this past Tuesday broke records, according to the Secretary of State's office. More than 2 million ballots were cast. One organization is pushing for even better voter turnout in the runout. Multiple races, including that hotly contested Republican governor's race and the U.S. Senate race, are headed to a runoff on June 16th. Early voting June 8th through June 12th. Now, May Matters, a coalition made of 250 leaders across the state, wants to make sure voters don't forget to show up to the polls. Data shows that primary runoffs see a big drop in voter participation, 75% or more.
It is really easy to vote in Georgia. We have multiple days of early voting, multiple locations all over Chatham County. And then, of course, on Election Day, plenty of polling places open across the county as well. So I think that the access is there. It's just we need the interest and we need the excitement and frankly, we need the understanding of how important these elections are.
Now, if you'd like to learn more, you can access the free Georgia Matters Nonpartisan Toolkit on our website. Just go to wsav.com/electionhq. And Tybee Island Ocean Rescue preparing for Memorial Day weekend, positioning extra staff all around the island. They do say you should take some steps yourself to prepare too. WSAV's Jillian Coles talked with Ocean Rescue. She's got some beach day safety tips.
As crowds of people head to the beach this Memorial Day weekend, Tybee Island Ocean Rescue is encouraging people to know the conditions of the ocean and where the safest spot on the beach is before you go.
Captain Tad Rubin says hydration starts the night before, and when you wake up for your beach day, wear sunscreen and bring an umbrella. If alcohol is involved, make sure to have a designated driver and beach watcher, someone with a phone that knows your exact location and has an eye on those in the water at all times. Rubin says if you find yourself caught in a rip current, remain calm until help comes your way.
And the last thing that person wants to do is try to swim against that. So it would be like running on a treadmill and trying to get off of the treadmill by running off the front. So what they want to do is they want to swim to the side, or if they're struggling a little bit too much, then maybe they just float until it takes them out and it takes them back out and alongside of the beach.
Officials recommend checking out Tybee Island Ocean Rescue's new Safe Beach Day website before heading out of the house this weekend. It'll show you where lifeguards are staffed and real-time beach conditions. You can find that link on WSAV.com. Reporting on Tybee Island, Jillian Coles, WSAV News 3, on your side.
And AAA doing its part to help keep Georgia roadways safer this Memorial Day weekend. Tomorrow night, they're going to be launching their Tow to Go program to help prevent drunk and impaired driving. It's going to be active from tomorrow night at 6 until Tuesday, May 26th at 6 a.m. If you've had too much to drink, call the number on your screen, 855-2TOW-2GO. You and your vehicle will be transported to a safe location within a 10-mile radius. This service is free to anyone who needs it and not just AAA members. And if you plan to drive this holiday weekend, be prepared to pay up. The average price for a gallon of regular in Savannah is now at $4.03. That's up 2 cents from just a week ago, more than $1 from this time last year. The national average is still $4.56 a gallon. Well, it's been one of the most talked about pieces of empty land on Hilton Head Island, and finally we know what's next for the former Modern Classic Motors site. The town has announced it sold the 4.5-acre property in the 300 block of William Hilton Parkway to Novant Health. Novant plans to create a 25,000 square foot medical office building for everything from primary care, physical therapy, and urology. And there's room for 15,000 more square feet of offices as well. In all, it's close to a $25 million investment, 50 new jobs, and a new step forward for medical care on the island, according to officials.
Hilton Head Medical Center is less than a mile from this site. This is our home. We knew that we have a growing need for medical office space. From primary care to our urgent care business, we know we need upgraded space. We have specialists that we are actively recruiting.
Now, Novant in the planning stages for the project should be ready the next 2 to 3 years. It's also going to break ground, though, on a new housing development for island hospital workers by the end of the summer.
Now, Time Saver Traffic, sponsored by Arrowhead Clinic, the accident doctors, where it pays to get well.
This afternoon in our Time Saver traffic report, at times at Highway 80 along I-95 northbound, we've been seeing some minor delays. Extra volume through that area is the main concern for us this afternoon. Speeds are a little bit slower than normal. Also on the southbound side, as you head past the junction with 95 toward the overpass with Quaco Road there and Pooler Parkway and further to the south, it's experiencing some delays. In the low country, no major issues for this afternoon. Speeds are pretty close to normal along the major roadways, 278 May River Road along with Okatee Highway. Right now taking about a half an hour to get from downtown Savannah to Richmond Hill. Heading westbound along 16 taking 11 minutes to get to Pooler.